Hey, welcome. We just finished streaming. I'm going to take my headphones out and we played two horror games tonight. I'm going to start the review with the one that I enjoyed the most. The one that, in my opinion, has kind of, I guess, in a way, altered most horror games. Because in most horror games, you get like a scary setting. There was a scary setting, but you always get like an entity that you end up seeing or something that's chasing you that you experience in some way. And the game I'm talking about is called Tom Dahl, right? Oh shit, moved everything. I need to see that, so hang on. The game that we just beat, the game that I would like to talk about, or at least give my opinion on, is a game called Tom Dahl. The main, I guess, bad person or entity or creature or whatever in this game you never see. You see his eyes, and that's it. You don't see his face. You hear everyone else can see him, so it makes it kind of weird. I was like, why the fuck can't I see this guy? You sit in front of his cell. You try to make sure nothing weird happens. If you do look away, some weird shit happens. We had a fail. I got myself killed. I got poor Jenkins killed, and it was a rough shift. But we made it through. We came back and we beat it. But throughout the game, they hinted this man Tom Dahl, and they're like, don't say his name. And we've said his name like 50 times. I talked to him. I was like, hey, please leave me alone. Stop it. I'm scared. You're freaking me out. But Tom Dahl is apparently some type of just mass murderer, and he preemptively started a fire, burnt down one whole city, killed a bunch of people, affected the sheriff. He talked to the sheriff, and he's got this like real raspy voice, and he sounds like a fucking demon. But he also at the end kind of starts sounding like Darth Plagueis or Chancellor Palpatine, for those of you that aren't in the know. But it's, I don't know, like just finishing this, coming and doing the review, I can't say anything but praise. This was different. This is way different than any other horror game that I played. What scared me, I couldn't see. What kept happening was just like, because like the set and setting would change over and over and over, and I don't know if it's because I would like look to the side every now and again thinking something's gonna be there, because I was scared, to be honest. I don't think you could see my arms, but I did have, for even when I finished, I still had like goosebumps, and my arms were standing up. My hairs were standing up. My arms weren't standing up. My hairs were standing up, and I was cold. This was something different, man. This was something way different than I was expecting it to be. This came out this year, October 1st, so I'm a few days late on playing it. I don't know when the review will come out, so it could be even a few days longer until then. And it came out this year, 2025. But the fact that there was nothing, I mean, there was something there. His name would pop up, and you did, like I said, you saw his eyes in the end. But, like, the fact that I sat in this game for about, how long did it take me? It took me about an hour. A little over an hour. Hour, 10 minutes. Okay. Not too bad. But for the hour and 10 minutes that I sat here and played this, not one time did I see Tom Dahl, right? Not one time did I ever experience what the entity is. But I can say with most certainty that Tom Dahl is a terrifying concept or person or fucking demon, whatever he is. I have so many questions, but enough of the bullshit. The description of this game on Steam is: in the small, burnt out northern Ontario town that was once, oh, what is this? I couldn't read this word during the fucking stream, and I'm struggling with it now. Montgomery Hills. There is a prisoner. You're in charge. Keep yourself awake long enough to see the light of day. Uncover the truth about one of Canada's biggest tragedies. The prisoner has a name, and his name is Tom Dahl. But the prisoner doesn't have a body. You see a doctor, the doctor can see him. The other guards can see him. The warden can see him, or the sheriff, whatever he was, the chief. He might have been the warden. He can see him. And this man just says his name constantly, and he ends up just blasting himself, right? So I don't know if it was because of Tom Dahl or what caused him to do that. But even in I thought his suicide note was wild. It was actually funny to me. I'm not saying suicide's a funny thing, but the developers added in, oh gosh, I gotta try to say this word again. Montgomery Mariners, which I'm assuming is a baseball team. It sounds like a baseball team. In his note, he says, if you don't do good in the playoffs, I will come back and haunt you. Like, who does that? Like, who has a comical suicide note? I mean, maybe someone out there has. Sorry for them, RIP for real. But I've never experienced that. That was funny. It was kind of a comic relief, but that was wild to me. So I thought, yeah, kudos to that. That was kind of different. The tags of this game go as follows, and I will agree nor disagree to it and maybe explain. 3D, yeah, the graphics they chose to use were different, but it fit well for the game, and it helped with the setting, I guess. The people were just, it looked like little blob characters, like, you know. I said like you know. But imagine like a claymation looking doll with like a printout of a face on it. It showed emotion. They smiled and stuff, so that was cool. So it was 3D. Casual, sure. More like stressful, but whatever. First person, yes. Psychological horror, fucked me up. I'm going to be thinking about this all night probably. I got work tomorrow, so I will probably dream about Tom Dahl. Survival horror, there's no real survival elements in my opinion. It is horror though. Thriller, I would agree. Supernatural, yes. Mystery, 100%. I still have question. Atmospheric, yeah, they had a good atmosphere. They built a very solid area for you to be in and be scared, and it worked. Exploration, a little bit. The first time you get out of your chair, I would say, is the most exploration you'll do. There was also hidden items that I just happened to stumble upon. I didn't find them all. I did not get all the achievements for this game, but I wasn't aiming to get it. I was here for the story, and I am so happy that I was here for the story. This game was amazing. Crime, yeah, you're a cop, and he is a criminal. Hidden objective, not really, that I'm aware of. Maybe there was. I just wanted to live, and I don't think we did. We got hit by a car in the end. Cinematic, yeah. Interactive fiction, yeah, we can go with that. Horror, yes. Dark, yes. Narrative, yes. Realistic. I mean, the concept is realistic. The graphics are not realistic. But if we're going based on the concept of the game, yes, it could be realistic. Demons, probably. Tom Dahl is probably some type of demon. Drama, I feel like that's a broad term. But then again, I don't know what drama would mean in game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand drama in film or like maybe a story. So maybe it was drama in the sense of like the story itself. But when it comes to game tags, I've never understood the drama one. But it could be just the style of game too. I am rather slow sometimes. But what I will say, this game is probably made by, and I don't think it's made by an indie developer. It's Bone Meal, but it's their first one on here. I don't know if they have any more upcoming. Keep the games coming. If you make any game like this game or you have other games planned, you did a fucking phenomenal job. The game is roughly about an hour, and on Steam it is $4.99. Do I agree with the price? I like the game a lot. It's very short. It's an hour with the graphics that they use and everything that they have. I'd argue maybe $3.99, but $4.99 is not asking too much. It's probably priced accordingly, and I think $4.99 is good. I would prefer $3.99, but maybe that's just me being a penny pincher or just, what do they call them, money misers or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just bitching about things that doesn't matter. I would pay $4 for it, but I did get it on 10% discount, so I paid $4.49. Another thing that I appreciated the most out of this game was the voice. I might have mentioned it. I don't think I, expressed upon or expanded upon it, but there is voice acting in here. And the voice acting itself, I thought was really good. Like the whoever you had do your voice acting, you guys crushed it. The guard when you walk in and he talks, that was great. The warden or chief, I don't know what he'd be considered. They probably call him a fucking warden. The warden's voice, phenomenal. Very scary. Very scary. I would have given that voice to Tom Dahl, but Tom Dahl I don't think had a voice. There's also in the game, there's a little kid that begins to talk, and whatever you did for him or whoever made maybe they changed their voice to sound like a child, you crush that. There is so many things that I enjoyed about this game. There are so many things that like I appreciated. The voice acting, the graphics were even pretty good. Like even though the people looked different, they kind of looked like claymation stuff. It was good. Like that part for me was solid. The atmosphere solid. The game itself very very good. Reviews on Steam that are like within the description when you scroll down, not actual player reviews. It just says reviews. So if you see it, you'll scroll down. Someone gave it a 7 out of 10. Cool. My mom. Bunch of symbols from another language. 5 out of 5. My girlfriend. So this is probably this guy's or the developer's actual people he knows. I would say mom is wrong. 7 out of 10. No. Girlfriend a little more generous than I'm going to be. 5 out of 5. It's pretty high. I'm still like amazed. This game, in comparison to some of the horror games I played, I will remember this game due to the fact that like Tom Dahl is there, but you can't see him, and he terrorizes you the whole time, and the game keeps you in a state of like feeling tense throughout the whole one or the whole play. I multiple times was scared by noises that I heard. I was just ducking my head without even trying to explain why I was ducking my head, so I probably looked like I had a fucking stroke or something. But yeah, like you would hear noises randomly, and it felt like it was behind me. So I would hear it, and I'd instinctively like just fucking try to suck my head into my shoulders, and I could feel it on the back of my neck. Like this game did very well. Most horror games can kind of get me on edge, but this one kept me there, kind of like the Maid, if you've seen my review for that, or if you ever sat down and played the game or watched me play it or watched someone else play it. That game kept me on edge the entire time. What is another one that did? Oh, come on, Nate. Reminiscence is another free game. It kept me on edge. This game's not free, but it is a free. Reminiscence is a free game. That kept me on edge. Lightkeeper is another one recently that's kind of kept me on edge. It was pretty good. Lightkeeper was a phenomenal game. Not by this company, though. But those are 3. I don't know why it was so hard for me to figure it out. It's probably because my sleeping pills are kicking in, and I'm not really coherent as I should be. But yeah, Bone Mill Productions made Tom Dahl. Tom Dahl was an amazing game, and I will rate this game very high at a 9.3 out of 10. I will recommend this to my friends. I will tell people about it. I will probably watch my own playthrough and then maybe someone else's just to see their reactions to it. This game was beautiful. I can't praise it enough. And Bone Mill Productions, if you guys make any more games, I'm going to hold it to the standard of Tom Dahl, which, I mean, phenomenal. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. Add a little bit more, and it will be a masterpiece. This game was absolutely amazing, and I can't praise it enough. Like, comment, subscribe, say something nice or say something mean, and please either watch my playthrough of it or buy it for yourself, because Tom Dahl is 100% worth all the pennies they're asking for, even though I wish it was $3.99. That's all I'm going to say. Peace.